Good evening, everyone, and welcome to LGE coverage for Monday's Limitless One, of course, for round 17 here at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Of course, we've got 19 drivers for you tonight here. It's not the final race of the year as per usual. On a Formula One calendar, we've still got a few races to go after this one until we finish in Brazil, but the championship can be finished tonight. Stinos can become the champion of season 3. He's got a long way to go though, and a tall order to get it done. He'll have to have a bit of luck on his side as well, with Apex Finley being the driver challenging for that title, of course, our reigning champion. He will have to either be outside the points or DNF from the Grand Prix, basically get no points in this Grand Prix. Stinos, though, has to get the maximum amount of points, the 26 points that you can get in a Grand Prix. Of course, 25 for the race win and 1 point for the fastest lap. So you'd have to get that all under his belt and have a bit of luck on his side, and for Apex Finley. So it can be done, but it's not looking too likely, but you never know with Monday's Limitless One. So all drivers coming out really quickly. And what are you thinking about this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Lee BC?
It's going to be quite spicy, I reckon. There's going to be, Finlay is just going to be going for that, at least trying to keep the hopes alive. Stinos, he'll be able to just cruise, so we can see how things go in a few moments' time.
We will do. We've got drivers already coming out on their outlaps. Apex Finley was getting his elbows out on the outlap, getting past other drivers. Got the two Hasses out on their outlaps, both warming up their tyres. And got more games who's come back, was a full-time driver serving tonight in the Mercedes, and got the current champ, but looking like not for too much longer, unless there is a huge amount of luck on his side. Saying about Stinos needing a lot of luck today. Apex almost needs a miracle, but we'll have to wait and see. Do we think, Lee? Do we think that, regardless of what Apex does, do we think Stinos could get the maximum points today?
It is possible. It is possible. I mean, it is one of these tracks where sometimes anything could happen, really. I mean, I've had it just randomly out of nowhere, just spun out here, especially. But fun. So we should see some great racing, great overtaking from everyone. I think I'm expecting it to be a bit tactical as well, especially with the 2 DRS zones.
Yeah, certainly. It will get tactical. The league racing at Abu Dhabi is pretty on this old configuration, of course. The 2020 configuration. So it was changed last year, but we will get it in a couple of months' time for the F1 22 game. As we're just watching Apex Finley on board, the first man to be setting a time on the soft tyres. Got more games behind him on the medium tyres. He runs down the second DRS straight. He's done a 59 dead there in sector 2, but has invalidated his time, so we'll probably dive into the pits unless he's got enough fuel on board to go again. More games is the driver behind him on his flying lap. As we get into this fiddly middle sector, we've got Anthony out as well as Zayek. And has that been an incident on the, unfortunately, we had a 6, you can't get on board with those cameras, and there's not drivers anywhere near them on the circuit at the moment. They've collided with each other on the start, on the DRS straight leg.
weird.
That is strange.
There.
And Vedran's gone past. Yeah, they have. They have made a collision on the straight. As we've had a few laps in, the South Pancake also back, reserving tonight, wasn't able to maintain his full-time seat quite a while ago now. But he has made his return. As Ken goes second fastest with a 1:36.2. As he says, not more stewarding. The same invite today, Isaac, as last week if you're near your PlayStation, if you want to join the lobby for today. Up to you. As watch the debutante, they actually did a trial a couple of nights ago, I think. Pistol racing.
Yeah, I seem to remember his name. Yeah.
See how he gets on tonight. Reserving in the McLaren. As Vedran on the mediums lead goes for a medium lap, takes provisional pole position with a 1:35.607. Pretty impressive lap there. He's got 5 tenths. Yeah. Just over, literally just over. We'll go to the gap. It's 0.499 to the South Pancake, so just under half a second. Very, very decent time from him. Big Weir set a time, but not a representative time for most drivers. Apex Finley is round it, turn 3, and is out of the qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's not gone his way, and it needs to go all his way really for this championship fight to keep alive for him. And that's 3 drivers out now, Lee.
Yeah, like I said, with this track, turn 3 is one of them. It's easy just not to get the right line and then just... There you go.
As watching Pistol Racing in the final sector. The fiddly final sector as he comes around turn 19. And now turns 20s. He's gone off the track a bit. He's going to carry on and finish his lap. That's going to have lost him a lot of time though, and it certainly has. He's going to come across the line at 38.4. It's only Big Weir behind him. He must have made a mistake on his lap. Watching MSC Trundis now, Lee, trying to set his first qualifying lap time of the day, and certainly been on better form since getting his first points in Hungary, Lee.
Yeah, he has. It's like he's a totally different driver the past wee while. Since getting them points, it's really given him a confidence boost, it seems.
We're just watching him through the middle sector, riding on board at the moment with MSC Trunders, the Alfa Romeo drivers. He's coming up to the triple right-hander that ends at turn 17 just here. Should try and get as late on the brakes as possible. Takes as much inside curb as possible, and now into turns 18 and 19. Run it out to the wall as much as you dare. As we now come around turn 20, invalidates his lap time. I think he's just going to go again though, because he had an opportunity to dive into the pit lane. So he will go again. We've got Waitsy on a lap as well. Have we got Callie just about to start a lap, I think. And Civi is in 6th place on the mediums. Only 2 drivers who have really set decent times on the mediums. Callie Robb seems to have invalidated a second time.
I just noticed a little something that on the standings there. That Veloci is on the interps. Still in the pit though.
Yeah, that's not wise call. I think he's trying to think it's full qualifying, but it's not. We'll see what happens with that one. So we're just in the side onboard cam of Waitses. He comes underneath the hotel through turn 19. Very conservative. I feel like he's diving into the pit lane here. Or not. He's going around the final corner, 2 sets of time. And set a 1:35.697 just behind Vedran, but crucially, he is on the soft tyres, whereas Vedran is on the medium tyres. As Veloce is coming out on the intermediate tyres, Lee. I think he thinks it's...
Seems so high bats had a little spin at the second DRS straight there. Yeah, that's
I think he thinks it's full qualifying.
Maybe.
Don't know why. I think he I think he's raced in Thursday a couple of times this season, where he may be getting confused. But unless he's watching the stream,
I've done it before. Like,
no, it's going to be interesting then. He does set a time here, unless he's has he got a qualifying ban?
I have no idea what's happening here.
Has it? He might have a qualifying ban because we allow drivers to do an outlap and come back in, and then he wouldn't have used a single set. But I don't see what the harm would have been in just using one set of softs. You still have quite a few set of fresh tyres, and you're going to hopefully not be needing all of those sets. As he's coming. Just curious. Apologies for just staying with him for a moment. We'll just wait to see if he actually starts a lap or if he comes into the pits. He's just pulled over to the right-hand side, and yes, he's going to do a lap. He thinks it's full qualified. This is a big mistake. This is a very, very, very big mistake.
I think he's going to get... Oh, maybe not. I was going to say he was going to get
invalidated.
129s, but...
Yeah, he's invalidated. His ex-gamer goes fastest with a 1:35.
I think it's only Ahmed Gunnar at the moment. He's the only person on a lap that's not set a time yet. But Stinners has just started his.
Welcome everyone who is just joining us, just watching the end of the short qualifying session in Monday's Limitless 1, the top tier of LFR, Limitless Formula Racing, as we're at Whiting with Maguna at the moment. Just see how he gets on in the final sector. And thank you very much again everyone for getting us over. Subscriber mark. Please keep hitting that red button and subscribing to the channel to keep up to date with LFR content 3 days a week, and LFR content twice a week, every other week, and then the other week it's GT7. Unfortunately, we didn't have a stream last night because the Grand Prix was on. They run a little bit later, and I commentate on the GT7 league. It was just a little bit late for me back in the UK, but we'll be back in a fortnight's time, I'm sure, for the Grand Prix again, as we're back on European soil for the Formula 1 calendar in Spain in 2 weeks. How did everyone find the Miami Grand Prix yesterday? Put a comment down below to tell us what you thought. Lee, I wasn't very impressed.
I mean, it was a good track, but it was
always. Sorry, Lee, to cut you off. Stinos is round at the final corner, or just before the final corner. As he dives into the pit lane, can't see how long we got left on the clock. Isaac said it was a boring race until the safety car. Arguably, I think it was still boring, as we got 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. And Stinos will get himself another lap, as we haven't got too long left. We've had 3 drivers out in qualifying, and we're just waiting now for the final round of laps. Is there anyone on a lap at the moment, Lee? No, Kem is just coming to the pits. Is Big Weir on a lap? If he is, he's done this slightly early. He is on a lap, so we'll just stay with the Northern Irishman. As we were talking before, Lee, before you got here in the practice session, how consistent Big Weir has been this season. One of the most up there with Stinos, to be honest, and just the only difference is Stinos has been getting quite a few wins. As Big Weir's got some podiums, but no wins this season. But his consistency's been really right up there.
Yeah, he has been really consistent, and maybe a few times has just got a bit unlucky. But yeah, like you said, consistent with his point scoring.
Yeah, he's usually in the top 6. As we see him come around the final 2 corners. What time is he going to set, Lee? Is he going to get into the top 10s on the mediums? He does, goes 9th fastest with 1:36.6. I don't think he would be too happy about that, and that is going to be his final run, Lee. With the time on the board, is Vedran now retired from the session.
Seems to be happy with his time.
Veloce now comes out of the pit. Stenos is out of the pits. As it stands, Apex Finley is starting 13th. Unfortunately for him, he did get a time on the board, but it wasn't within the margins of other drivers. We're seeing quite a gap, actually, between the time deficits at the moment, Lee, than usual.
Yeah, there's quite a difference here. But with this track, it's literally, you could either just go for it, or you do have to be quite, what's that word? Conservative? I don't know. You just be careful coming out of some corners.
Sorry about that. As we're just watching the Sour Pancake at the moment. As Sohypes goes fastestly, takes provisional pole with only a few seconds to go in qualifying before the checkered flag comes out with a 35.2. As we'll go to their best. So yeah, we've got Vedran on the mediums in 3rd place, Lee, with that cracking lap. And now got other drivers on their final laps as James is about to start his final lap. Stinos, though, Lee, has left this too late. He's not going to qualify.
No, he's starting from 18th.
He's going to start all the way at the back, actually, Lee, because James, if he gets his lap in, he will start ahead of him, at the very least.
Yeah.
So we're just watching Cali Rob come back round the final corner. Checkered flag is now out. Goes 3rd fastest on the medium tyres, Lee. So it's 3rd and 4th at the moment on the medium tyres. As we're just waiting for other drivers to finish. Trunders has seen the checkered flag. And who is up next? So we've got Stinos, who is unable to set a lap. He's coming around the final corner though. Don't know if our timing screen is out of sync. It was strange actually. He wasn't on an outlap at all. He takes provisional pole, Lee, with a 34.6. He was saying he was on an outlap, so I wasn't paying attention to him. I do apologise, but he has taken provisional pole, snatched it away from Sohais, but we've got a lot of drivers on their final runs. As we're watching Big Weir come across the lines, not got himself into the top 10. Got a McLaren of Veloce coming across the line. His final lap goes 2nd with a 35.2. Not too sure who just snuck in there. James in 11th place on the medium tyres, wasn't able to get into the top 10. And I think we're getting close to the end as we've had more games cross the line now with a 35-3, goes into fourth. It's a 4-5 for the Mercs. Cali Rob has finished, and we've just got Sibiru to complete the qualifying, and he goes, and stays 13th with a 1:36.252. So I think that's the end of qualifying league. Stinos takes pole position. So we're looking like it's more likely. He is more and more likely. He might be on course for the championship league.
Yeah, with a time like that, I mean, he's basically blown them out of the water with that one. He's, 6/10 quicker than Veloce, so that's a big jump from first to second there.
It certainly is. It certainly is a big jump from first to second. It's 8/10 between first and second. Second and third are very close. Veloce took that front row start away from Sohives at the end. And I'm assuming that's Pistol Racing in the comments saying that did not go too well for him. So we'll now show you the final classifications of this Grand Prix. Stinos takes the pole, for this qualifying session before the Grand Prix. Stinos takes the pole position with Veloce on the front row with him, but 6/10 between the two of those at the end of qualifying. Sohives is third, More Games is fourth, fifth is Gamer, Cali Rob is sixth, seventh is Vedran, Chemjazz is eighth, ninth is Waitsy, and 10th is Amir Guna. Cali Rob and Vedran starting on the medium tyres. James is in 11th, 12th is South Pancake, Sibiru is 13th, 14th is Big Weir, Trunders is 15th, 16th is Apex Finley, Pistol Racing is 17th, 18th was Anthony, and I wasn't sure who was 19th there, so I didn't catch that, but we'll find out in a second.
Zayek?
Zayek,
I think.
was 19th. So we're close to getting ourselves underway for round 17 for this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Of course, this sunset race, Lee.
Yeah, it's a good track, like, always nice to look at.
Do you like it that it goes from, sort of quite light, early sunset to being dark at the end of the race?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it would help me, not help, but kind of hinder it, is with track evolution. Because the track won't be getting any hotter, it'll just end up getting cooler near the end of the race, so it kind of brings in a wee bit of factor with, like, warming tyres up and such.
Yeah.
So it always brings a bit more of an interesting element with the time of the race being sort of dusk.
Apparently there's a lot of drivers on the hard tyres, apparently. As we're going to get underway for the formation lap. And Stinos, the championship leader, will get us underway. As we'll have a look at the tyres. Lee said there was a lot of people on hard. It's not the case, actually. It's Anthony and Apex Finley, the only drivers on the hards. I think that was because Zayek could see them ahead and just assumed drivers ahead of them would be on the hard tyres, but not the case. Nice to see all three compounds of tyres, though, at the start of this Grand Prix. And we'll have to keep a close eye on Apex Finley. Of course, he's just got to score points today to keep his championship hopes alive. They're slim hopes, but he's still breathing just in terms of the championship league.
Will he keep it alive if he's able to just steal away fastest lap?
Yeah, of course. If just steals the fastest lap away, or if anyone steals the fastest lap away, everyone in terms of fastest lap is his friend today. So maybe Big Weir might help him out on that front. His teammate. So we are going to get ourselves underway in just a few moments' time. everyone in the comments below, if you could quickly. Is Stinos going to win? We're looking like we might get a 3-stop strategy here, Lee, actually. It's saying soft, medium, medium, or a soft, soft, medium, medium. Don't think that will happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Do like a 2-stop strategy race, though. Does mix it up, and we'll hopefully have a good one to bring to you. So we're now going to see Stinos lining up, followed by the 18 of the cars behind him. So, we're just seeing the final cars coming around the final corner to form up on the grid. We've got Stinos on pole, Veloce in third place in the championship. In second place, just behind him, a couple of reserves behind them. Apex Finley is down in 16th on the hard tyres. Keep an eye out for him. Is the championship going to be won in Abu Dhabi? And we're away for Monday's Limitless 1. And Stinos looks like he's got a good start, but Veloce's got a better one as he's going to take the lead before they get on the brakes. And one, the Mercedes and the Haas go side by side. The Mercedes is almost round. That's More Games, who almost had a collision there, and the Red Bull of Vedran has had a bit of contact there with the Mercedes as they make contact once again. The Ferrari of Calirob had a little look to the inside of the Alpha Tauri as we've got a Mert round now. More Games is now at the back of the field, and Veloce is in the lead as we come down the back straight and already going slightly defensive, trying to break the toe. Apart from More Games, and More Games has actually left the session. If you could just ping him in the Discord link and give an invite back to get him back in the lobby to at least retire his car if he doesn't want to continue. As we run down into Sector 3, we've got Veloce trying to gain a bit of an advantage as we see the Haas go side by side there. As everyone is rather close through the third sector as we now start lap 2, and of course Veloce will set the fastest lap on the first lap, and Civi has got past the South Pancake. Oh sorry, South Pancake got past Civi there as Anthony and Zayek are both into the pits. More Games goes through. And we've got Stinos, who's going to try and get back that lead. This will certainly be a great race, Lee. If Stinos can win this today, the fortunes favour him. Apex is almost into the points. But we've got Vedran getting ever closer to Sohypes ahead of him. Calirob as well. As More Games joins back. Did he just disconnect, Lee, or was he wanting to leave?
I think he's just with a tyre.
Oh, he's right on the back of the train, to be fair. He's as we see Amir Guna and Kemjaz going through the 3-part chicane at the start of Sector 3. And all the guys keeping with each other at the moment. Not many big gaps in the field. As it stands, Veloce gets his first time penalty of the day. Early on into the day. And Stinos now takes the fastest lap. Sohypes snatches that straight off him for the time being. Of course, the times will come down in this race. Further on into the race we go, especially with the two-stop. We'll get the quicker times with the fuel. Oh, sorry about that. Just had to little sneeze. We've got a yellow flag. Got more games who has retired from the race. Got Cali Rob just going past, as well as Vedran.
Both Ferraris. Big walk up there from Ahmed Gunnar, just noticed.
As So Hypes goes on the inside of Vedran, and they come together there, and he now gets ahead of the Red Bull driver. Apologies, I'm just suffering with a little bit of hay fever at the moment.
Is that right? Seen Koyai's gamer there while So Hypes was making his move on Vedran, trying to get a little peek on the inside of Vedran there also, but unfortunately the gap didn't stay open wide enough for him.
So Cali Rob now takes the fastest lap as it stands. Vedran is looking pretty good, and Cali Rob on those medium tyres, Lee, in the top of the midfield.
Yeah, the medium tyres are...
Oh, someone's round. Waitsy is in the wall facing the wrong way, getting himself back facing the right direction, but has clearly lost his front wing. And he is more than likely going to fall to the back of the field. He's desperately going to want a safety car now. As Vedran is going to make another attempt at this, as he now is going to have to go on the outside. We've got Amir Guna fighting as well. Cali Rob behind fighting for position. We've got 4 cars in a train. We've got Big Weir and Apex Finley fighting for position as well. As we go down the long back straight, and Vedran is going to have to go around the outside at the end of the second DRS straight. He's now got the inside for the next corner. He gets past So Hypes in the Haas. And that was a good bit of racing there. As we've got James really close to the back of Chemjaz. Chemjaz having a little lock up there into turn 17. So is Stinos just managing this gap lead, do we think?
I think that would be the best idea just for the time being. And maybe try and go for the undercut?
Well, we've got the Ferraris who look like they're going to be fighting over that 6th place. There is quite a queue of cars now for that 4th place lead. As the top 3 have just started to get away. Vedran is in a really good position here at the moment, Lee. Not too far off the front runners. And on the medium tyres.
Yeah, he's on the medium, so he'll be able to go a little bit further into the race, so help him that way.
Oh, his Gamer there goes round the outside at turns 8 and 9. And now Cali Rob is going to have a pop. It's So Highs potentially, but he's going to try and defend, take back that 4th place as he goes round the outside at turn 11 as we go into turns 12 and 13. Gamer been spun around there. Oh, it's now there's contact between the 3 of them. James gets ahead of the 2 drivers up into 7th place as they now go side by side through the triple right-hander into turn 17. And Gamer is just ahead in turn 18 now. James is going to have the inside line. Almost gets squeezed out there, Gamer. But and now actually it's just clattered the wall on the exit of turn 19. And Apex Finley is now inside the top 10 in 9th place. And just behind Gamer and James.
while all that's happening, you just noticed, I'm not sure if Kemga's got some wing damage. I'm on board with him now, he's just going into the pits. See if he got any damage from, I think it was Gamer. Yeah, he did.
Right.
That's how he dropped down so much there. That was unfortunate. He was having a great battle with James there.
As Cali Rob is going to have a go at getting past So Hypes this time. And I think Ami Aguna is going to try and get past him as well. Is he going to look to the inside? No, because So Hypes has defended that. As all a bit of coming together there between So Hypes and the Ferrari of Ami Aguna.
Oh,
He now goes wide and actually just caused a big old issue there, and hopefully he's not caused himself any damage with any more damage with any other drivers. I don't think that was the case, but I think Lee, that was say again.
That was weird when he jumped over the curb there, and you know how like it's like that yellow curb on the inside of the curb, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was like his front wing was like flopping about, like, I mean, proper flopping. That's the first time I've ever seen it in this game.
Oh. No, what I was going to say was, Lee, is I think Ami Aguna had the right to go for that corner, as he just went so wide.
Yeah.
I think that was Ami Aguna's corner all day long. As it's now 4/10 between the top two now, Lee. That gap is decreased as we've got a yellow flag as Gamer is round at turn 3. We thought we might have a lot of croppers, Lee, at turn 3 today.
Yeah, it's not the best corner, especially when you're a lot of this track you're actually set up for more straight line speed, so trying to have the rear down for that kind of messes you up for the straights. Oh,
as Waitsy has retired in the pits. The South Pancake is round. Is that a safety car?
VSC.
It's a safety car.
Who's that for?
It's a safety car. Not too sure who that was for.
Huh. Oh, well, that's going to help these soft runners here.
That's a perfect time for them.
Yep.
Could you just take over for 30 seconds, Lee? Is that okay?
Sure, I'll be that. So, right, let's see. Is Malachi going to be going into the pits? I suspect he will be. Yep. Into the pits he goes. So does Stinners follows him in? The Dran? I think he's debating it. He's staying out. Cali Rob staying out in the mediums also. I'm a Gunner on the softs in. James on the mediums stays out. Oh, Finley. And the Harder's coming in as well. So's Jason. Big Wheel, that's going to double stack. We're going to see a lot of change in here for a minute. Well, everyone is in the pits. Kim just stays out, so does Runders. Is he going to manage to leapfrog anyone? No.
And I'm back. Trunders and Gamer were fighting over who should have 12th place there. I think that was a safety car fight out of the pit lane there.
You always see that when safety cars are coming. Whether it be VSC or full safety car.
So I think as Zayek has now just come out of the pits, we're going to get at least another lap of this safety car.
Still seen zero soft tyres out there, only medium and hard hubs.
The one thing that I'm certainly very curious about is the fact that Vedran has stayed out, and that's put him in a great position. But Apex Finley actually pissed off those hard tyres, which I thought was a bit of a strange decision to make. Maybe he's going for a... I don't think the mediums will last all the way now. Is he just going for a medium to soft?
It could be a tough call, but I mean, how many laps could they do? Oh, was there contact between Gamer and Trunders?
Oh, there was.
And
oh, he's out.
Binned it. Pit lane closed. Pit lane closed. No one's getting into that pit.
Not for the moment, they're not. That really would be pit lane closed, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think he'll probably be, as he is actually blind when you come into the pit, so that would not be great. Stewarding, says Iggy Combo. Do you want to join the session, Iggy? I don't see a response before. Do you want to join us in the box, Iggy?
Come on.
Oh, okay. Would you send him an invite to the to both then?
Hola. Yeah, boy. Oh, he's not on that list.
Just bear with Lee for a minute. I'm pretty sure we're going to get underway at the end of this lap, as we're just waiting for Zayek and Pistol Racing to catch up. As you had Iggy Combo join the session.
And he should be joining the party now.
He should be, and we should get the safety car in any moment. Pistol does need to catch up though.
I think he's just making sure his tyres are nice and toasty for starting.
He needs to be careful because it's going to be a very late call if he doesn't catch up. We'll just see as we've got safety car in this lap now. That was very late. And we have Isaac in the comms box.
Hi guys.
Hello. Are you alright?
What up?
Yeah, it's been exciting to watch and a bit of stewarding to do, I think.
Just a little bit, as we will talk to you properly in a minute, and we'll just wait for Vedran to get us back racing again on lap 10, as he now sets away on the final corner. As we go down into turn 1, Veloce on the inside of James to make contact, and James goes off the track, comes back on, and Veloce is ahead. And we got another yellow there, not sure who's around, it's Trunders.
Oh, Pistol Racing and Chem Jazz are side by side going into the chicane. Just to get the inside line and just get through.
And he's actually...
Oh no, yellow flag.
Fallen even further back. Apologies for the sound, guys. For some reason, it's as Veloce tries to go for a double overtake there, as he now makes contact with Cali Rob, and does take the lead of the Grand Prix. But we're just waiting to see.
James got a horrible exit out of that chicane. He's been passed by about 4 cars there. Oh, they're going 3 wide into this triple chicane. Oh, and Finley's the one who comes out on top there. It's 3 wide going into that triple chicane there.
Oh, so we've got Apex right on the back of Anthony. It should be quite easy for Apex. No disrespect to Anthony, but on the sort of reasonably worn hard tyres, he should get the job done quite easily. So Veloce in the lead as it stands. So we will get a little bit of insight from one of the Monday stewards tonight, Isaac, on his thoughts on potential future incidents. Hopefully there isn't any or little to speak of. We've got Stinos, I think, actually going to go for the overtake on Cali Rob here. We've already had Apex go past Anthony. Stinos is going to have the inside, squeezes the Ferrari really tightly as they go side by side through that corner. Cali Rob gets squeezed out. And we've got Apex Finley now. Getting very close to Cali Rob. He's probably a bit too far back to be going for this, and is. It's very close in this midfield, gentlemen.
It really is.
I think Finley is really impressed, actually. He's got his rival ahead of him. He crucially needs to get ahead of him to have any chance of staying in the championship fight. As Veloce takes the fastest lap once again with a 1:37.737, and Stinos now surely is going to try and go for that move on Vedran for second place. And Apex the same, go on.
1.6 is the biggest gap from second place down to 12th.
Yeah, it's very close. It's very, very close. So Hypes is somehow falling right towards the back, as well as Zayek and Trunders having a bad race. May have jinxed him a little earlier on. We've got Stinos having a... Yeah, we've got two going on at the same time. Stinos going for second place. Finley going for fourth place. Vedran will have it back though. Zayek is out at turn 3. Is that going to be anything? Potentially not.
James is on the back of Anthony.
As it's going to go 3 wide in turn 11, 4 wide potentially as we go down into turn 11. James is now on the inside along with Sad Pancake. They make contact. The Sad Pancake gets it facing in the right direction again, but James moves himself up and now is actually round at turn 14, sorry, and in the infield, and it's going to lose positions now as he's lost to Pistol Racing, and Trunders is now coming as well, so might lose to him as well. Don't think he is though. And Apex is now closing down Vedran.
Trunders managed to make the move on James. Yep, he's boxing. Ooh, Anthony.
Oh, is he's round at turn 5, 6.
5.
Turn 5, yeah, turn 5. And got Pistol Racing just behind him.
Just going for the move down the chicane and he's got it.
Sad Pancake's looking right onto Big Weir here. And I think he could get it done with the aid of DRS. Yep, there's nothing that you can do.
Is Siri going to go for it as well? He is. Big Weir did not fight back on that one. His Pistol Racing goes round the outside of Anthony there. Moves up to 11th, almost in the points. Do you think that Apex Friendly is we're at half distance now, gents? Is Apex going to catch up to Stinos? Is Stinos going to catch up to Veloce? Obviously, Veloce does have as well as Apex time penalty. What that time penalty is 3 seconds for the pair of them.
I mean, there's not that much in the way of a gap, so possibly.
We've got Amir now going to try and, well, I say try, there's not going to be too much trying about it. Amir breezes past the Red Bull of Vedran. As there's a big lock up there from Apex Finley. Oh, as Anthony now goes back past Pistol. The Pistol, I think, will get the DRS, and he will. He was just behind him. So I think this is going to be got straight back again for Pistol. As he almost gets squeezed off the track there by sorry, Anthony gets squeezed off the track there by Pistol Racing. Vedran still being able to keep Amir behind, gents.
Yeah, they went side by side with a triple right-hander a second ago. I think he just stayed in front, but I've been all over the back of him.
That gap is just increasing between Veloce and Stenos. And it's staying pretty equal between Apex and Stenos at the moment. Between him and Stenos. So, we're just watching the battle for 4th place. Amir now has DRS once again. And he's surely going to breeze past.
This is what you don't want to, because this is allowing Vedran ample opportunity to get the DRS back.
Yeah.
But it is a shorter straight, so is he going to manage to do it to get it?
This is crucial. I don't know. Amir actually was able to hold on into turn 11. And Cam and Big Rear are side by side, our Tuesday commentators. Make sure to check them out tomorrow night for the Mexico Grand Prix. Sprint week for us, isn't it, gents?
Lots of points on offer.
Final one of the season for Tuesday. Monday's final sprint is next week at USA. We have a little while to wait for Abu Dhabi, a few weeks, our last race on Tuesday. And they get the old classic Brazil, where we had that as the first race. Does seem like a long, long time ago now, Brazil.
It does, to be honest.
It really does.
So, the closest battle at the moment is between Big Rear and Chem Jazz, Pistol Racing and Anthony. And Civi as well with the Sad Pancake. And so there's a big lift there from Civi. I think he's heard you, Lee, about waiting for this second DRS zone.
Yep. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it.
No, he isn't
Because,
close
I mean,
enough there.
I mean, that gives you, basically nearly a whole lap to at least put some distance between you and the car behind.
Yeah.
So it at least gives you a wee bit of breathing.
Yeah, I agree. As we've got Trunders and Sohypes going side by side through turns 11, 12 and up to up to 14 as Sohaib's went a little off the track there. He's really had his elbows out today as he now goes up the inside of turn 15, gets himself a time penalty, now has a collision with Trunders. Trunders is out, Sohaib's isn't out. It almost looked like Sohaib's actually just drove straight into the side of him there.
It was the wall, he cut the wall, that isn't unless you keep those side by side.
Yeah, he got the curb on the inside and clipped the orange bit of the wall and just went straight across the track.
Yeah.
It's going to be some more work for the stewards.
Yes, unfortunately, mate, that might be a little bit of work for you as we're watching Sibiru still quite close. See Big Rear and Chem Jazz in the background, Aston Martin and Williams. As the race has somewhat calmed down now a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say that everybody's sort of spread out a bit more.
So I think Veloce must have a 3-second time penalty. He does, and Stinos is right on the cusp of that at the moment.
I think it's just to close it down a bit.
Zami Aguna comes in the pits. So I don't think these drivers can keep this to the very end. A lot of them, like Caliron and Vedran, are 17 laps on the mediums, and they're going to have to pit as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to do probably another couple of laps, hopefully, and try and get the get the softs.
This pistol was retired from the session in the pit lane. Unfortunately, Zami Aguna gets out just ahead of Anthony. And the Sour Pancake is really rather close to Cali Rob, who is on those 17 lap old mediums. So big tyre advantage for the Sour Pancake. He's giving room on the inside and takes it with some great gratification there to getting that 5th place. Sibiru is now going to want to be doing the same thing, as he's also got a serious tyre advantage over the American in the Ferrari. This battle between Chemjazz and Big Rear has been very close, lap after lap. As Vedran now pits, I think just covering off Amir Guna, and Cali Rob as well has come in.
If Big Rear and Cam work together, perhaps they could gain some more positions. I feel something sort of struggling with the tyres and have to pit maybe.
Yeah, potentially. I think they're going to try and go to the end. As Vedran comes out, Cali Rob comes out, Anthony now comes through. I don't think he can go to the end. I think that's rather unlikely. Gets just ahead of his teammate. Still a long old way to go on those soft tyres though, even though they are new sets. Do we think Amir Guna might have made a better call there on the mediums?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they're not going to be as effective right now. But,
Sohaib's is out in the pit lane as well.
Yeah.
We're down to 12 now.
in say a few laps time, like say 5-6 lap time, maybe they're going to be starting to catch back up with the soft compound. So you could have ran out of softs as well, possibly. So it could have been his own call.
Yeah.
See, Kim Jazz has fallen out of the, well, has fallen in and out of this 1 second DRS window. You see Sad Pancake is into the pits. He'll be able to jump on a fresh set of softs. And we're going to be able to see them red wall tyres. Oh no, he's jumping onto the mediums. He must be the same, have no sets of soft tyres left. Soft tyres could easily do you to the end, I would say. About what, 8 laps? Should be easy enough.
It's going to be close between the South Pancake and Anthony. It was rather close, just behind Cali Rob. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly those soft tyres drop off in the last 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah. Oh, Stenos!
Oh!
Oh, who's that this round? Is that James?
James at 10-3.
Yeah, just start the yellow flag there, but Stenos has the 3-second time penalty.
And he's got to close down the gap now.
Yep.
He really does, and you can already see he's closing it down. I thought he might have just been almost cruising, and now we're going to get a fight for the lead, gents. I'm pretty sure of it.
Right, so he's got 2.4 seconds to get down in the next 7 laps.
Of course, the other thing... Sorry, go on. I'll say what after. No, the one thing I was going to say, actually, I'll tell you the minute Sammy Aguna now is as close as you could be behind Chemjars now into the final corner. These two have stuck together for quite a while. Bit of a bromance on a Tuesday night in the commentary box, looking like the same thing at Abu Dhabi. DRS friends.
Ooh. Armadillo coming close to the back of Chemjars there.
He's certainly getting held up by the Williams as he goes and does the up and under there. That was a nice little move by Ami Aguna, and Veloce has got another penalty now, and that might be game over for him now, because I'm pretty sure Stinos will certainly try his absolute best not to get another time penalty. He's probably still got his 2 warnings in his pocket. Ami Aguna now going for the Aston Martin of Big Weir, looking to the outside, does the Dutchman, and does go round the outside into 4th place with no penalties, but there's a big gap ahead of them which they are not going to claw back, so this is going to be a fight for 4th now. But I don't think Ami Aguna has really got to worry about the competition too much.
Oh, Stenos can now see Veloce in his view. He is hunting him down.
If the top 2 stay out, maybe past the slap freeze, you might just have the gap.
It won't matter anyway. I would just be taking a bit of a big risk, I think.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, you've got Armagunner on the fresh sets of mediums, and he is closing the gap in. So
you've got Vedran now trying to go for the overtake on Chemjaz. Went to the outside, now goes to the inside at turn 4, and he's got past him, and he's now going to try and make short work of Big Weir as well, which I think is going to be the case. As Big Weir, of course, won't have DRS. Chemjaz will, and he's trying to keep within DRS range, but he has got Cali Rob now for some unwanted company behind him.
So this is right all over the back.
Rob going for the move around the outside. Nicely gets it done.
So he's now up into 7th place, trying to follow Vedran through. as we're now within DRS range at the front. And Stinos now not taking any chances with penalties. I think he just wants to get out on the road now.
It's the safest option, to be honest. But do you want to risk coming together and possibly end up crashing each other?
So it's 2 tenths now between the top two. And surely there's going to be a change of hands of that first place. And they're going to go side by side now. No, they're not actually. Stinos gets just enough ahead into the braking zone and takes that first place now. The championship leader is going to extend his championship lead. But doesn't look like he's going to be winning it today. He's in the right position to be winning the championship, but Apex Finley is not in his case, as we saw a big hop over the curb there from the Sour Pancake in the Haas.
Yeah, I'm just watching. These hard tyres don't seem to be doing Big Weir and Chemjazz any favours right now.
But there's no point in them pissing now.
No.
As that would just it's just too late in the day now for that. As Stinos gets himself out of the DRS window. So Veloce will now become less of a threat in the final few laps. So the Sour Pancake is practically pushing that Aston Martin through the final corner of 21 as we now go in through turn 1 and now 2 and 3, where 3 of course has been quite a treacherous corner today. Had a few spin-offs there. As he's now within 2 tenths and the traction out of turn 7. Turn 6, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry, it was turn 7. He's got the traction out of turn 7. And easily got past the Aston Martin. Of course, Chem and Bigger Weir, though, still staying together for a good third of this lap, a third of this race, I think, maybe even almost half the race. They've been together.
Yeah, pretty much. They've not really shifted from each other's side, really.
Now, well, I was going to say, Lee, now, coming to the end of the race, we saw Amir Aguna go onto the medium tyres. We saw Vedran and Kalirov go on the softs. We wondered if that was the best idea to go on the softs or vice versa with the mediums. And now here's the real test. We've got a few laps to go, less than a handful of laps to go. And are the medium tyres going to start becoming the optimal tyre between the two? Or are those softs just going to hang on and have that slight advantage where it counts?
I think possibly the mediums have done it. I mean, Vedran would need 3 seconds on Amaguna anyway, so. But regardless of on-track performance, I'm not sure. I think the softs might just be on the edge of the cliff pretty much.
He's close, Tom.
He is.
Too close for Amir Aguna's liking as he tries to go round the outside. The Red Bull driver pays that move, pays off with that move there, and moves up into 4th place. So overtaking the day, gents.
Yeah, it really was, and I think Sevi passed Cam as well.
Yeah, exact same manoeuvre pretty much as well.
He's going to try and go for big rear as well, and as Lee said a couple of laps ago, the hard tyre is not working for big rear and Chem Jazz. Civi is desperate to get past.
I mean, Chem Jazz could possibly pit now, and you would have enough time to go for fastest lap.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. He would. You're right. Be quite a smart idea though. Get 2 points.
Yeah, as he has got a penalty unfortunately at the moment, so even if he doesn't pass Civi, then it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, he's yeah, that's and depending, he might be wanting to go to the end because he might want that penalty removed as well. As we're seeing Amir Guna try and go up the inside of Vedran. The mediums versus the soft are going to be pretty even Stevens at the moment, and if that is the case, it's only going to get better for the medium tyres, those yellow banded tyres. As Civi gets past Big Weir now, we're watching the battle for 4th place as Vedran now goes around the outside again. And making that move look easy, gentlemen.
Yeah, twice in a row he's pulled off a great move down into that chicane. Have to see how we're going to come back to him on the mediums.
So Vedran does have the fastest lap at the moment. Not too sure if Stinos is going to be able to challenge for that fastest lap, either this lap or the next.
I'm getting squirrely there out the penultimate corner there.
Yeah, thought he was going to drop it.
Oh, his Apex Finley has left the session.
Oh.
I'll try and get him back in.
Yeah, we'll try and get him back in as quickly as possible. You wouldn't lose enough positions, but that's certainly not good for him.
Exactly.
He's back in already. I don't think he's going to lose enough ground to cause an issue.
Does need to maintain this gap on Vedran though. As there we go, I think that's him back in now. As we're towards it. Oh no, he's back.
Oh no! Oh my days!
I could see exactly what happened there.
He needs to get out. He can still stay in the fight if he gets out. It's going to be a big blow.
Oh, that is not what he needed. Stinos, I think he's actually going. I think he's actually going for this fastest lap on the last lap as well. So we've got to hope that Apex can stay inside that top 10. I'm sure his teammate Big Weir will let that be the case. But I think he might be on. We'll have to see his delta now for Stinos, as he's actually a second down on his time as Amir Guna gets past Vedran. But did he do that too early, Lee?
No, that's fine. I don't think he's
He's got no battery though, and Fernandez Vedran is coming at him fast.
Yeah, he's making me eat my words again.
Oh, he's going round the outside. Oh, as they come together, they make contact. Apex Finley gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, and as he's losing bags of time.
So does Amaguna.
As Stinos comes across the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and he doesn't take the fastest lap, so he cannot be champion tonight, no matter where Apex Finley comes. As we're coming around the final few corners now for Amir Guna and Vedran. As he's round the final now. Comes across the line, finishes third. And Kalirov now takes that third place away from Amir Guna, not having any time penalties. As Sibiru comes around the final corner to finish.
Apex's heavy time penalties are going to cost him here. He's only going to finish 10th.
Oh, as he's just finished 10th. And I don't think he's too far back, Anthony, to knock him outside the top 10. So one more point for Stinos, one less point for Apex Finley. The championship would have been done, but that has not been the case. So we go on to USA with the championship fight. We'll see if Stinos can mop it up in Austin. He may be able to take it in the sprint race, Lee.
Yeah, it was. Possibly. I noticed exactly what happened with Apex with the disconnect, and AI wanted fresh tyres, which was pointless. And yeah, that happened. I think he took over just as it was going into the pits.
Yeah, well, that's always going to be a problem. So we will just do the final classification. Stinos takes the win and extends his championship lead. And we'll have to wait at least another week to get his championship, as he hopes to do so. Velot J finished in second place. Third place was Kalirov, not getting himself any time penalties and jumping the two behind him. Amir Guna finished in fourth, falling behind Kalirov as well as Vedran in fifth place. Sixth place was the Sad Pancake. Sibiru was seventh. Eighth place was Big Weird. Chemjazz was in ninth. Apex Finley, with a horrible last couple of laps, was able to scrape away with a point. Anthony finishes outside the top 10, as well as James in 12th place. Sohypes, Pistol Racing, MSC Trunders, Zayek, X Gamer, Waitsy, and More Games all did not finish this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So that had a little bit of everything, gents.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining at the start, especially with everyone battling it out.
Quite penalty heavy and instant heavy as well.
Yep.
It certainly was. We'll have to keep you guys updated next week what happens with the penalties. Tomorrow night we're in Mexico with the sprint format for Limitless 2 for their round 17, and on Thursday we've got round 4 of Formula 4 Season 2, and that will be Bahrain, and that will be the sprint qualifying format again, the short qualifying, the 25% sprint, and then the 50% race. And of course, top 6 gets points in the sprint, the same as Monday and Tuesday, but the race distance is a little bit different. And then we're back again for Formula 1 and LSR on Saturday and Sunday. Thanks everyone for watching, and please make sure to keep liking and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you like the video. If you want to join the league, keep an eye out on the Facebook groups we post out there, and if you can't wait for that, then put a comment in the YouTube video below. I'm sure we'll be able to catch it and send you a Discord link for the server. So next week we'll be in USA for their final sprint format of the season. Can't wait for that. Let's see if Stinos can grab the championship next week and be the third different champion in Monday. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks Lee, thanks Isaac for joining me for today's race, and we'll catch you tomorrow for Tuesday's Limitless 2 with us on track in Mexico.